Hey, now it's the Rob from 106.1 KISS FM here with my tag team partner in podcasting.
Hey guys, it's me, Steve, web contributor to 1061 evansville.com.
Okay, and I want to throw this warning out there at the very beginning. This episode will contain spoilers for SmackDown tonight. We are not usually the spoiling show. I usually don't read SmackDown spoilers. In fact, I usually don't even watch SmackDown. But this time, for the sake of this episode, we decided to go ahead and read some spoilers. So if you're like a super wrestling nerd and you can't have spoilers for SmackDown tonight, check back after you watch SmackDown. We'll still be here on the internet. For everybody else, which I assume is 100% of the people watching, we have our official predictions for the WWE Championship Tournament.
Yes.
The Road for the Gold. Now, they announced the tournament and started some of the matches on Monday. SmackDown, of course, taped the next day, so we have SmackDown's results. And we have the Elite Eight of this tournament, and Steve and I will lay down some official predictions for what we feel will happen. You want to go match by match, Steve?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so the first match in the, is this the quarterfinals? Is this the semifinals? What is this?
I think this is the quarterfinals.
I'm so bad with doing that, but let's just say...
we're at the quarterfinals, we're going to the semi, and then they have the finals.
Okay, what were the last round? Did that have a name?
Round one.
Okay, so here we are in round two. Roman Reigns advanced over the Big Show on Monday, and Cesaro made it past Sheamus. They should be locking horns, I assume, on Monday, or at least next week. Who do you have in this match?
I was actually surprised to see them put Cesaro over Sheamus. However, I don't have him going past Reigns. I have Reigns winning.
Yeah, I have Reigns winning too. I don't have a big surprise there. That was one that I wasn't too surprised. That was one that was like neck and neck, and I actually have a few more of those later on in the tournament. One match especially threw me up, and I'll tell you which one that was.
Okay.
But it wasn't Roman and Cesaro. I see Roman advancing handily. Roman is a sure bet, I feel, for the finals, if not winning the tournament. But we'll get to that too. After that, Del Rio has advanced, as has, believe it or not, Kalisto.
Yeah, I had to double check that when I read it.
Over Ryback. They'll oftentimes throw in a Cinderella story. Do you have Kalisto going all the way, Steve?
I have Kalisto's story ending here.
I do too.
Not that I'm a fan of Del Rio, but Del Rio's obviously the better wrestler out of the two.
Well, I will say this. So first of all, as far as being a better wrestler, I'm not going to give Del Rio that much credit, but he's the bigger star.
Okay, that's what I meant.
For sure. We both hate Del Rio.
Yes.
There's no one I hate on the roster more than Del Rio right now. And that includes Roman Reigns. This one I actually don't feel is simple to call. Yeah. Because Kalisto, they put him past Ryback. Del Rio already has a title. It wouldn't shock me if Kalisto wins this match, but I'm putting my money on Del Rio personally. Yeah. I'm giving Kalisto an outside chance, but more than you would normally have since he already made it past Ryback. Yeah. The Kalisto push. The Kalisto section is hard here in the post-to-post studio. All right, Steve, after that, we've got Owens, who advanced on Monday, taking on Neville, who bested Bad News Barrett.
Yeah, and Neville surprised me going over Barrett. I didn't think they would have Barrett and Sheamus both lose with their little team they've kind of formed.
Right, but they did, and I will tell you, this was the hardest one for me to call. Okay. This one is really tough. Go ahead, and what's your prediction between Owens and Neville?
Neville could be the Cinderella story, but I'm going to go with the obvious Owens, at least in my opinion.
See, I don't feel he's the obvious one, especially while he's holding a title, personally. I'll give you my reasoning as well as my choice. I put Owens over. It was the last bracket I filled out. The reason I did was because so far, every match has been a heel versus a face. Yes. And continuing this, it looks like I still have a heel versus a face in just about every match. So I figured I have Ambrose moving forward in the next match. I figure Owens will be a better suit for Ambrose, who I believe will still be a babyface at Survivor Series, although that's not set in stone either. Who knows what's going to happen? So I just told you what I think about Ziggler and Ambrose, another tough one to call. Yeah. I feel like Ziggler is my third choice to win. I have Reigns winning. I have Ambrose at second, and third I'd put Ziggler personally. So it was not an easy choice, but I have Ambrose moving forward. Your thoughts on that, Steve?
This was probably my hardest to pick because of, both guys could win the tournament. Mm-hmm. But I have Ambrose winning, and I don't think it's going to be a clean win. I think maybe Tyler Breeze gets involved.
Right.
kind of saving Ziggler's character, but I have Ambrose winning.
Well, and herein lies what I think is another problem with this specific tournament. It seems kind of obvious to me.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like a whole lot of surprises to me. It seems very cookie cutter, a very safe tournament. There's no surprises. I mean, they could book surprises into it, I suppose. But so far, I give this tournament a thumbs down. I don't like that it's taking place over several weeks. I don't like that it's probably just going to be a 4-man tournament at the pay-per-view. And the layout of this tournament, I think, blows, to be totally honest with you. So let's move on. You want to keep going and do the semifinals?
Yep, and that looks like it's going to be Reigns and Del Rio, we both agree on. Mm-hmm. Or no, you...
I have Del Rio going. Okay. And we got Reigns taking him on. I think we both agree Roman will be in the finals.
Yes.
And then on the other side, we both have Owens and Ambrose.
Yep.
I have Ambrose going forward.
I do have Ambrose going forward. However, I started to think if Reigns wins this tournament, how would it be more convincing if he beat the United States champion in one round and then the Intercontinental champion in the finals?
That's a good thought, too.
But I did go with my gut, and I said Ambrose.
Okay. I have Ambrose, too, so we both have the same path to the finals.
Yep.
Now, do you have Roman Reigns winning the tournament like I do?
I do have Roman Reigns winning the tournament. You mentioned on the last show that you think Roman Reigns will turn heel.
Oh, yes. I do. I think one of these guys has to.
I think the only way Dean Ambrose would win is if Roman Reigns turns heel.
Really? Because I think that's the only way Roman would win. Well, I think whoever turns heel will win.
Yeah, well, my thinking is the last 2 champions have been heel, so we're kind of due for a face champion, at least for a while.
Perhaps.
So either Roman turns during the match and Ambrose pulls it off, or Reigns wins like we all suspect he will, and he maintains a good guy, at least for now.
Okay, my prediction is that Roman will go heel during that match.
Okay.
And by the way, it is the only babyface match we both have on the entire show, so I feel like one of them will come out a heel. I feel like he's going to join the Authority with Triple H. One of them, I think, certainly will. The only reason I think it might not be Roman is because it's such an obvious choice.
Yes.
That they will not want to placate to that, and they will want to surprise us with something like that. But I feel like one of these guys will go heel, probably Roman, but possibly Ambrose, and whoever does go is going to win.
Okay.
My official prediction is Roman Reigns, as is yours. So we have literally the same path to the championship.
We do.
But that's okay. We're going to see what happens at the pay-per-view on Survivor Series. We'll have more details. Heck, our brackets could be busted on Monday. Who knows?
Yes.
We'll meet again on Tuesday for the next episode of Post to Post. So for myself, the Rob, for my tag team partner, Steve.
Every time you think you have the answers, I change the questions.